They're lying to you. Corruption isn't the disease. The ANC state is. If you want fewer rats, stop piling up the rot. Unemployment is obscene. South Africa's official jobless rate sits at 33.2%. That's Q2 2025. And that's not a blip. That's a system failure. Stagnant integrity. South Africa scores 41 out of 100 on the 2024 Corruption Perceptions Index, ranked 82 out of 180 countries. Years of talk, no improvement. Our local government, municipalities, broken. Only 41 of 257 municipalities, it's only 16%, earned clean audits in 2023-2024. That's it. The rest bleed your money and are falling apart. And we have power chaos. Then some improvement thanks to Dan and Mteto. Then relapse. 2023, we hit a record. 329 days of load shedding. And then after a long pause, cuts returned in January 2025. Structural rot doesn't disappear because of a press conference. Useless, Cyril. You listening? And we have a debt squeeze. Our very own Treasury projects that gross debt stabilizes at 75.3% of GDP in 2025-26. What that means is that interest payments crowd out your future. And procurement, that's the honeypot for the ANC. The IMF estimates efficiency gains up to 3% of GDP from cleaning up public procurement. That's real money, and it's wasted by design and ANC theft. But here's your reality check. This isn't about a few bad actors. It's ANC architecture. A bloated, discretionary, politicized ANC state creates corruption, and rot attracts the rats. That's the point. South Africa keeps treating the fever. Commissions, lifestyle audits, national dialogues, while the infection rages. Centralized power plus discretionary procurement plus protected monopolies. And that's what feeds the rats. Let's have a look at some places that have actually fixed these problems, okay? Estonia. Estonia slashed discretion. They have low, simple taxes, privatized state-owned enterprises, and a digitized government to remove the bribable gatekeeper. And the result? Their CPI score, 76 out of 100. They rank 13th. They're one of Europe's and the world's cleanest countries. What about Georgia? Georgia went nuclear on rent-seeking. They disbanded the corrupt traffic police, axed hundreds of licenses, digitized customs, on the doing business with CPI, and they're now 53 out of 100. That's a system redesign, not ANC virtual signaling. And New Zealand faced fiscal collapse. What did they do? They corporatized and privatized state-owned enterprises under the 1986 SOE Act and enforced fiscal rules. And New Zealand sits at CPI 83 out of 100, ranked 4th. Not perfect, but they changed the incentives. So the pattern's obvious. Shrink discretion, shrink corruption. If the ANC keeps its cadre or cadre and BEE patronage machine, the rats continue to feast. And here's the wake-up call. Why isn't this a national conversation? Because ideologues need a big state to control capital, contracts, and their careers. Because anti-corruption theatre lets them swap faces, keeps the tabs open. And because woke bureaucrats love red tape, they love red tape, makes them powerful, while you queue, you beg, and you pay. So that's the plan. And your children inherit the bill. High taxes, lower growth, fewer jobs. Are you paying attention, Cyril? This doesn't fix itself. And the path forward, where we should go, let's do the adult pro-growth, pro-freedom things. End protected monopolies. Concession the ports and concession rail to real private operators with performance contracts you can see. Publish the KPIs, publish penalties. No delivery, no payday. And we need to hardwire transparency. Let's have e-procurement by default. All tenders, all bids, all contracts, all amendments, online. Put them online. Make them searchable. Make them API accessible. It's not that hard. Clock stamped, machine audited, minimal discretion. And we need to cut discretionary rules, slash licenses, permits, and exemptions. If a rule needs a dispensation, the rule is the problem. When Georgia did this and it worked. So we need to privatize or corporatize the state-owned enterprises with hard zero-based budgets. No bailouts, fire sale the dead wood, and contract the strategic bits. New Zealand actually showed us the playbook here, and so did Sweden. Go and have a look at Sweden in the 90s, what they did. Independent enforcement that bites. We need fewer agencies, but more with teeth. We need to measure outcomes, not headlines. We need fiscal discipline. Let's cap spending growth below GDP until debt service stops eating into your, my, and our children's futures. And the stakes? If we do nothing, we're going to have permanent stagnation, further capital fight, more people leaving, decay. If we do this, we're going to get jobs, investment, and dignity because freedom scales and patronage doesn't. Stop whining, Cyril. Start acting for once. Support competitive markets, demand digitization, and let's kill discretion now. And that's the truth. Share this. Subscribe for straight talk, the unvarnished truth, and not fairy tales. And start backing the people who are tearing down the patronage state.